Hey there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot and Tarot at 12, and this is Pick a Card. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. Please go ahead and hit subscribe and let's get started. Today's question, is there new love coming? Let's find out. Okay, today I have one of my newest decks, the Witches Tarot. Very cool deck. I did trim it, so the borders are gone, but if you're interested in looking up this deck, you can find it on Amazon. Okay, so let us see what we've got. What I'm going to do, I'm going to live shuffle, and I'm going to set out 4 piles. Each of the piles will contain 4 tarot cards. So we're going to find out, is there new love coming? Let's see what we can get. All right. Let me give it one more quick shuffle. There we go. Turn that light off too. That was a little much, huh? All right. So let's see. Ooh, let us see. Okay, is there new love coming? New love coming. All right, so let's do this. All right, so we're going to say here is pile number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Okay, now let's build up our piles. Now, if numbers are important to you, the number 1 is typically for new beginnings, opportunity, and potential. The number 2 is for duality and partnerships. The number 3 usually stands for creative opportunities and social interactions. And the number 4 is for manifestation, structure, and stability. All right. So let's find out what we've got. Okay. Now we gotta straighten them out a bit, and then I will have you select your pile. Messy today, huh? Yeah. All right, there we go. Woo! Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. What I'm going to ask you to do, and if you need to pause the video, please do so. Clear your mind. Focus on the question, is there new love coming? And see where your attention is drawn. Select your pile, and let's get started. Pile number 1. All right, pile 1. Is there new love coming? Whoa, look at the first card, the Lovers. That is the energy card for our spread, and this is our spread, of course. Now, is there new love coming? I'm thinking it looks like a yes. You know, the energy card is going to apply to each of our other cards in the spread. And clearly, the energy that's surrounding the question for you, pile 1, involves the Lovers. Well, by the name, I think you can kind of guess what that means. But the one thing this card does represent is that stronger, deeper level of love that can be achieved. So this is a really great energy for the rest of the spread. So let's see what we've got. First, we start off with the Moon, and the Moon often talks about mystery. It often talks about, you know, 2 sides to every situation kind of thing. You know, right now, if you are looking for love, you know, that might be part of the mystery that the cards are picking up on. You know, not knowing, you know, that's a mystery in and of itself. But the moon, what the moon is saying is, yes, while you might not know right now, everything comes around. It's like kind of having that calm sense of, all right, I don't know now, but I know it's going in the right direction, Here we have our Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is going to go get it. This is a court card, so it's typically about a personality. So, the cards are gender neutral, so it does not have to be a man. But what it is saying is that somebody's coming in and coming in quickly. Our wands are all about fire, passion, action. And our knight is really ready to just jump in. He's kind of like the let's get her done kind of person. Then we've got the Emperor, and the Emperor is all about stability. This is somebody who kind of calms things down and gets things back in order. So, the fact of being single and looking for some love, that's not necessarily chaos. That's a little harsh to say, but just think about how that would apply, keeping things smooth and even. The Emperor is also very stable. The Emperor is somebody who knows how to command, but also is very calm and secure. Remember what I said about the moon, the not knowing, but knowing that it's all going to be okay. Same with the Emperor. Look at him managing his kingdom and all that great stuff and watching his children play. So a great inspirational artwork on that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the cut card. This is going to be the middle of the deck. And we're going to see the energy of the outcome. So let us take a look. All right, the shadow box. In this deck, it is called the shadow side, excuse me. But this is the devil. So this is about saying, everybody kind of has two sides. While the stability is there and this person seems like a really great, go-getter, stable and all that great stuff, sometimes when things move quickly, there are things that we don't realize that we might have ignored, because we didn't know, so we're so excited. Our Knight of Wands, super excited. Like, let's get this going. We're looking for stability. So we're ready to eat it up. Right. That's not to say that this is not true. It's not to say that it's incorrect, but it is saying, be careful to always be kind of aware. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Doesn't mean you have to walk on eggshells, but it does mean you need to be aware that because you might be jumping into something quickly, you might not realize things about this person, and the speed and excitement that comes with this coupling might even bring out things in you that you haven't addressed. So that's definitely good advice from the tarot. All right, pile one. Looking good. Looks like something's coming. Pile number two. All right, pile two. Let's see what you've got. This is our energy card, and this is going to be our spread. Now, remember, the question is there new love coming? And I'm going to tell you, holy cow, this spread is a big hell yes. You got something coming. This is the energy for the spread. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This deck calls it the Wheel of the Year, but it is the Wheel of Fortune. So this talks about things coming around. It also, talks about learning things. It talks about learning things as you repeat patterns, doing it in a positive way instead of repeating past mistakes, that kind of a thing. It talks about, cycles ending and a new cycle beginning. Notice this deck, they've done a great job with the artwork here. They've shown each symbol, season with each of the suits. So very cool. But that, again, in terms of your reading, is also very cool because it means, cycles keep moving. And right now you're in you're in a single cycle, right? You're single. But anyway, that's going to change. That is awesome. Remember, this change and this cycle applies to each of our cards. The Chariot, this talks about things coming in. This talks about movement. This talks about harnessing together two energies to make something happen. Well, two energies, what have we got? You know, there's going to be you and there's going to be this person. So again, pulling it together. So that sounds like you're a good match. You both also have the right intention or the similar intention to move forward into a lasting relationship. How do I know that? Because look at where the chariot's going. The chariot is jumping right over here to our 10 of cups. The 10 of cups, this is great. The 10 of cups is the end of the journey. When you're thinking about ace to 10 with the pip cards, the 10 is the end of the journey before the court cards, right? So cups is love and emotion. And as you can see in this card, we're looking at pure happiness, bliss, and all that kind of thing in terms of relationships. So it looks like we're striving for this outcome, but we're also feeling good as we move along to get to the 10, right? Now here, this is followed up with another awesome card. This is our 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is all about victory and recognition. So this is about, you know, celebrating the first step in the journey. So it's a celebration, but there's more coming. So, you know, that initial excitement, that initial success is there. And then it suggests that it continually moves forward on each of those steps, again, eventually getting you here to our 10 of Cups. So let's take a look at the cut card. I use the cut card to see the energy of the outcome. Now let's take a peek. Oh boy, the energy of the outcome for you, pile 2. This looks awesome. This is the 9 of Pentacles. If I had to pick one word to write on this card to remember what it means, I would write success. This is also Pentacles. So this includes, you know, health, wealth, career. I mean, this is about feeling like you've got everything tied together with a nice bow. So this is awesome. It also talks about being surrounded by a small paradise. So, you know, really feeling good and in your element. So pile 2 looks like, yes, there is new love coming for you. This is exciting. This is very exciting. Alrighty, pile number 3. All right, so let us see what we've got. This is our energy card. Our energy card is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is all about kind of working it out, you know, working things through, learning, developing, you know, kind of sometimes trying to feel your way through things. Now, this is the energy that's going to apply to each of these cards. Now, this would make sense if you're dating, especially, but this would make sense, you know, in the beginning. You're looking for new love, or you wouldn't be asking the question, right? So this is about, like, it could be just simply about dating, because we all know how that goes. Dating is a job in and of itself. It also could be, if you're not dating, it could be suggesting that you need to get out there and start dating. You know what? We need to find out what we don't like to find out what we do like. So sometimes, you know what? If you go on 10 dates and 9 of them are terrible, but you got that one, sometimes it's a numbers game, you know? So here, what do we have that this is going to apply to? I do believe this has something to do with either A, dating, or B, not dating. Need to be dating. Our 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords is about kind of like the death of an idea. This is kind of about moving on, doing something else. This to me implies that perhaps you had your heart set on somebody, or you had your heart set on an idea of, like, I will be, you know, a lot of people think, okay, I'll be married by X time, or I'll have this many children by that time, you know. And sometimes when people are too stuck on that preconceived idea of how it's going to play out, sometimes we're disappointed. It's okay to set goals, don't get me wrong, and expectations. However, sometimes we need to be able to be flexible with that. Our 5 of Pentacles here is telling me about being kind of kept out. It's about, you know, friends sticking together to try to make it through. But again, it is often indicating being kept out. So right now, it is looking like, new love, it's kind of hitting a barrier right now. The Two of Wands is also saying it's all about kind of thinking and like an internal kind of struggle with things. Now, clearly, if you're looking for love and it's not showing up, that's one thing that you're thinking about that has kind of like an internal struggle, right? Um, but another struggle would be as you go through the dating process. Remember, this applies to each of our cards. So that could be trying to figure out, debate between two people at some point. Maybe you're dating two people, or maybe you've dated two people that you're kind of choosing between or trying to choose between. Or, it could be you just trying to get right with yourself to try to say, okay, what do I want? Where am I going? Maybe you're putting something to bed, an idea, a thought that you've now kind of reevaluated and things like that. So what this spread is looking like so far is right now, I do not see love coming, but I do see the potential for it. And it looks like the tarot is asking you to do a little bit of self-reflection and continue dating. Again, use my numbers analogy. If it takes 10, I don't know if these numbers are right, but I'm just making it up for the sake of the conversation, but you do get my point. If it takes 10 dates to find one good one, then, you need to maybe go on 20 dates. Now, obviously, I'm making up those numbers, but I think you get the point. So let's take a look at the energy of the outcome. I use the cut card to give us a little bit of a snapshot of the energy surrounding the outcome. So let's find out what we've got. If I can pick it up. There we go. All right. So right now we have Three of Swords energy. Three of Swords is, it obviously, the way you see it, I mean, the swords are going through the heart. Again, this is about an idea or something of importance coming to an end. I think that what you need to do, honey, is just really get in touch with yourself. Maybe take a different look at the type of person you're looking for or the way you're looking. If you're going to walk and go to a beekeeping place and then you walk away being mad you didn't meet anybody, well, because you're in the wrong place. You got to go, unless beekeeping is your hobby and you're trying to find somebody who does that. But I think you get my point. So something needs to change. This does not have to be a breakup necessarily. I think it's the death of something greatly held. So an idea of some sort. Swords are the thought of ideas. So we've got a lot of swords, don't we? So I think this is asking you to and challenging you to, come to terms with what it is you're looking for. And once you get clear on that, then you will have a much better opportunity to bring that love to you. So yes, pile 3, keep it up. Get out there and start dating or date in a different way. Go to a different site. Do something different. All right, my friend, good luck. Pile number 4. All right, pile 4. Let's see what you've got. Okay, you've got the King of Pentacles. Whoops. For your energy, the energy of the spread. This card will oversee the entire spread, and it applies to each of our cards. So our King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is very stable, very sensible. The Pentacles, I feel, always are like moving kind of slowly. They're not like the action-packed wands or something like that. They are like deliberate. They think about things. Our King of Pentacles is somebody who's very financially stable, very stable in their work life. They manage their time well, things like that. So this could be a little preview of who might be coming. So that's an awesome type of personality. One thing also to mention about the King of Pentacles, he is somebody who likes to promote others. So he means to say, that's flattery, that's praise, that's highlighting successes, things like that. That sounds like a wonderful personality. Now, again, this is the king, and it's obviously a male in the card, but this can be gender neutral. This could obviously be a woman, so don't let that kind of screw you up there in terms of how you're interpreting it in your own mind. Here we have the Eight of Wands. Now, how quickly is this person coming? Well, pretty quickly. The Eight of Wands is moving. The Eight of Wands is really going fast, and it also kind of points out the need to get ready for change. So I'm thinking this personality is the type of person who's headed your way, and it's coming pretty quickly. We also have our Three of Pentacles here. This is about success based on past work. This is also like kind of showing off your craftsmanship, your craft. I mean, like, look at what I've done, and I can't wait to do more. This to me suggests that, maybe some of the work you've been doing, all the dating or all the inner journey that you might have been embarking on, I don't know. But whatever that is, it is helping you to be in a better place to meet the right person and also maintain that relationship. So that's awesome. The one other thing that comes to mind is this person, it was also Pentacles, might be somebody you've known in the past. So it could be an ex. This is, again, success based off of past work. Even if you and your ex broke up because of something that obviously didn't go well, I'm sure you learned a lot, didn't you? Plus, you had good times at some point. So perhaps an ex, or lastly, perhaps it's somebody in your past. As I mentioned, might have been somebody you worked with, somebody that you partnered up with to do something in some way. So any way you slice it, that looks pretty good. Now here we've got the World. This is awesome. So the World is all about kind of the end of the journey. It's about having it all. It's about feeling, again, I think about it, the world, having the world. How would that feel? So that's about being able to weather the storms too, like when problems come up or disappointment or fears or, that kind of thing. This talks about learning lessons through the journey and being able to develop a solid partnership. Now, again, if this is an ex, like I said, it could be one of a couple things. If it is an ex, this talks about lesson learned. So, moving forward without that, repeating the same problems. Yeah. So let's take a look at the cut card. This is the energy of the outcome. And this, of course, is the middle of the deck. Justice. Okay, so the energy surrounding the outcome is it's about a decision. The Justice card looks for balance. The Justice card, now again, this is not the suit of swords, but I always point out that they are holding a sword because that stands for truth. And the balance, clearly the scales show you that. So it's about finding that place where everybody's needs are being met. It's also about making decisions. So I think that, when you guys decide, when you guys have done that connection and decided to move forward, decision, I think it will be based on a solid foundation, and if it is an ex, like we talked, this will feel like a different chapter, a different solid standpoint. So yeah, that's looking good. Pile 4 looks good. So keep your eye. This sounds like the personality. And again, it doesn't have to be an ex, but that's the real feeling I'm getting, or at least somebody in your past, and it looks like to be happening pretty soon. Woo. All right, pile 4. All right, my friends, thank you so much for joining me on this pick a card. I hope you've enjoyed it. I do post new videos every week, and I do have a live show doing tarot readings every day of the week at 12 o'clock Central. So please be sure to stop by and hit subscribe on your way out. Thank you so much for watching.